Do you have what it takes to find the best possible moves to lose as fast as possible, aka the blunders? So here, what do you think the worst possible move is? So in all these puzzles, you have to try to find the blunder, obviously. So yeah, I think I gave you enough time, and the move is queen to f7. So basically, you're making sure it's a stalemate in one move, and it's a draw instead of you easily winning this position. So yeah, these are going to be 10 difficult puzzles, and let's see if you can solve them all. Comment down below how much you got, and please subscribe, that would help a lot. So moving on to puzzle number 2. So now you're getting checked by a pawn. So what do you think is the worst possible move? There is many things you can do, and many pieces you can move. Actually, there's only 2 pieces you can move, but let's see if you can find the blunder. So, if that's enough time. If you need more time, just pause anytime you want to, obviously. But yeah, this is the correct move. King to f1. Basically, you're making sure yourself is back rank checkmated instead of the usual, winning because you're up material. I mean, it would be a hard endgame, but still, you should win, right? I believe in you guys. So yeah, that is the blunder for game 2. So moving on to game 3. Now, in this position, what do you think the worst move is? Now, there's a lot of pieces. We're finally getting to the big boys. I mean, the last few I feel like most of you won't be able to get. But you can prove me wrong by watching the whole video and saying if you got them all right. Or I guess you can say all of them wrong. So yeah, bishop here. Because you're making sure that the rook can take your rook, and then that would be back rank checkmate. But before, the bishop was protecting that rook, and it wouldn't be checkmate because, you could just take it back. Did you guys think it was blundering the rook or something? Well, this is a different way to blunder the rook, because you're also blundering the whole entire game. And AK, you found the worst possible move. Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to game 4. Game 4. Game 4. Okay, nice. Okay, wonderful. So now find the best move here. I mean, the worst move here. I feel like this one might, also the order might be a bit weird for you guys, but this is what I feel like the order should be for difficulty. And let's see if you can find this one. It's white to play and to blunder. Now, the move is rook to h1, giving your opponent the chance to give a checkmate. Before, they couldn't do the checkmate because the king could move to h1, and also the square on f2 was guarded. Now, how could you kick both of those stones with one bird? I messed up the saying, but whatever. You have to go to queen to f2, because now, not only does your king not go to h1 because of the rook, you're also being check and mated. So that's how you play that position in the worst way possible, because you could easily win that. So now moving on to game 5. So this, what do you think the worst move is possible? Also, fun fact, all of these games are real. They're from real positions. So yeah, don't feel bad if you can't find them. That means you played better, technically. But you're still supposed to find the worst move. Feel free to pause anytime, but there's 5 more seconds until it's coming up. The worst possible move for this position is... Come on. Okay, queen to h5. I know there's no queen anymore because the rook took, but then that leads to checkmate. That's the only way to lose this position in one move. And yeah, that's why it's the worst move overall. If you didn't move the queen there, if you moved it somewhere else, the queen could just capture the rook. Well, I guess if you went to queen to d... No, you can block them. I'm not gonna try to overcomplicate it. This is what the answer is. So yeah, also, if you have any feedback for this channel or anything, please tell me in the comments. I would not like hearing that, or I guess reading that. I don't know what you want to call it. Okay, so let's move on to game 6. Now, what do you think the worst possible move is here? I should probably be saying which color you should move on. Okay, this one, I am pretty sure it's for white. So what do you think the worst possible move is for white? Feel free to pause. I'm probably gonna have to edit the timers and what color to blunder and put it in a corner or something. I don't know. I'll decide that later. I should probably cut this part out because it just seems like I'm waiting for no reason. Okay, so the move is here. Rook to f4. Let me explain it. It's a simple explanation. You get back ring checkmated. But wait a second. Why only that move? Because before, your bishop could block on c1. But this rook move, rook to f4, make sure the bishop cannot block and just cancel out that side. This is the only way to block and get mated in one move. Okay, moving on to the next game. I lost track. I'm sorry, guys. But, like, the numbers should be up there somewhere. But, yeah, find the worst possible movie. Now, this puzzle, I feel like, is where most people are going to start messing up now. Well, I guess you can start getting the correct moves. But there's two moves that seem obvious. No, there's one move that seems really obvious. But believe me, it's not that move. It's a different one that's way worse. Well, wait, is a stretch. But it's actually king to f7. Like, you might think, oh wait, what about putting the rook on b1 to give them a queen? No, here you're giving their king a space, so now they can check and protect their pawn, and it's just way better. Okay, so here, the next game, I guess. This one, me personally, it took me a decently long time. I couldn't find this one, but I feel like some of you might get it and still attempt it. 3, 2, 1, and the move is king to f4. So basically, this move leads to queen to b8, which is actually checkmate. That is crazy. I was thinking a bunch of queen things, but I just forgot that checkmates are the best way to end the game. So yeah, it was king to f4. Okay, now this one. I feel like this one might have been a bit easier, but for some people it's not. So let's see if you can find it. It's actually a long continuation, but just tell me the first move. Yes, it's h3. h4 also works. Don't worry if you got that. But I prefer h3. So basically, here, now knight to e3 is pretty much game over. They take your queen. Also, you might say, oh, what does the pawn can take? Then queen to h4, and then that's a check. And after you push your g-pawn, that's checkmate. And also, wait, h4 was not a good move. Like, it was a good move. It was not a blunder. I don't know what I was saying there. Okay, so now this is the last puzzle. This is the hardest blunder to find. And this is in a real pauper game. I feel like some of you guys might know this game after you see this move. Like, after you see the continuations. But this game, oh my god, it's a really fun game to, like, watch again. And yeah, if you find this blunder, that's insane. It's rook to f2. It's insane. Because after rook to a1, rook to f1, and rook captures rook, and then king captures, bishop to h3. Then after the pawn takes the bishop, you have two pawns on the h-file. And since it's an opposite color bishop, it's actually a draw. Amazing draw by black. And this blunder is impeccable. If you saw that, you're a genius. Anyways, subscribe and bye guys.